And as promised, we have this is love right here. Ant-Man joining the show now. Smitty, let's give the audience a little backstory here, right? You've known him since well before his days as an All-Star.
Well, you know, I've known him. I'm almost tearing up because I'm so proud of him. We've watched him work. Talent has always been there, but a lot of people have talent. I've watched him work. I've watched him work. I've watched him accept every challenge. And that's the reason why he's here. We knew he was the first pick before he knew he was the first pick. We knew he was an all-star.
I heard that story
before he knew he was an all-star. And I'm going to always put that pressure on him because he has that capability.
Yep.
And Chris smiles. He's playing defense now. That's the way I would have never thought that. I thought that was going to come a long time, but
nah.
I need to know about that.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I love to compete, man. So my coach told me, listen, man, I need you to guard. I need you to guard. I know you can guard. I need you to guard. So, you know, I go out there and I'm ready to guard whoever, man. I'm trying to win. So whoever in front of me, whoever their best player is, put me on them, and I'm ready to go for it.
Looking like a strong safety out there on defense sometimes. I see you. Now you're top 10 in the NBA in points, steals, three-pointers, and 25-point games. And we know the big stat, right? Youngest player in NBA history to 500 career-made threes. What do those kind of stats mean to you when you hear them?
It's all right to me, man. You know, I just want to get to the playoffs. You know, the stats are cool, but I want to get to the playoffs and compete at a high level, super high level.
Well, you say that, and I look out west, right? And first of all, your series last playoffs against the Memphis Grizzlies, that was amazing, right? That was box office, great basketball. We love to see it, the energy the entire time. But now, as I look around here, I'm like, okay, Kyrie in Dallas, right? KD in Phoenix. I mean, you're clapping for it. Like, that means it's going to be, no matter who you face, it's
going to be intense.
It does.
To be able to watch that?
Does it excite you, my friend?
What? If you're a competitor, man, like, I want all those guys in the West. Everybody who are all-star in the East, they can come over to the West. Like, I want to play against everybody. Like I was just telling them, the only thing I think we should fix in the NBA is guys missing games, just sitting out. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the only problem. And yeah, I want to play against everybody. So I was telling Kyle, like, I love playing against you. So now I got to see him 4 times. You know what I'm saying? So KD, I got to see him 3-4 times. So that's great for me.
You know what? I'm going to go deep. 21, the leadership is starting to take off. The first 4 or 5 months of your career, you ain't really want to accept that role. What has changed right now? That role you accepted, and now you're embracing it.
I think Slow-Mo did a great job of when he got to the team. He like, listen, bro, like, we need a leader, and you the person that the guy's gonna listen to. So like anything that Slow-Mo tells me, man, like I try to listen to him because I know he's been around a lot of winning teams. Superstar players, so he kind of helps me with leading, you know what I'm saying? So he's great for me.
So, Chris, defense, I can check that off right now. And now you're posting up.
Yeah.
Because you know we had our battles, and I said you got to post up to make it easy.
Yep.
Now that's there. What's next on your list, just individually?
Efficiency. I think that's the main thing for me. I want to be able to you know, let my teammates get off, but only have to take 15 to 16 shots to get my 35 points. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the next step for me. And this summer, I'm gonna train so hard to where I don't miss any open shots. You know what I'm saying? So you know how I train, so I'm gonna train hard to where I don't miss any open shots. And I think that's the only problem.
Smitty, he said 35. He didn't say like 30 or 20 or 25. He made sure he said 35 as the number he's looking for every night.
That's not bragging, Chris. That's his talent.
That's just what it is.
You know, and I think you got to set your goals high, but there's a difference between 35 and taking 35 shots.
Exactly.
But 35 and 15 shots, that means he gets to the free throw line.
Exactly.
That means he shoot 90%.
Exactly.
That's what I need.
Yeah.
So Smitty told me that you have exceptional football skills, right? And I'm like, all right, I see you as like a possible strong safety. But is there anybody in the NFL that you watch and like, ooh, I could have been that if I wasn't the #1 pick?
Yeah, I see DK Metcalf out there doing people dirty. I'm like, man, I used to do the same thing. All the receivers, DK, when Julio was in his prime, Calvin Johnson, I see them doing their thing. I'm like, man, that could have been me.
No, I mean, let's look at now. We know the talent is there. The second half of this season for the Minnesota Timberwolves. We talked about the West. what's the one area as a team that you guys got to get better to get up in that echelon of being a playoff team?
Closing out games. I think that's the main thing. Because right now, what team's doing is in the fourth, they send 2 at me to trap me, get the ball out of my hands. So just closing out games. We always have the game, and 5 minutes left in the fourth, we drop it, just like the playoffs last year. So just closing out games. I think if we do that, we'll be all right.
All right, Mr. Box Office Ant-Man, we're out of time. We appreciate you stopping by,
I appreciate y'all.
hanging out with us.
Yeah, for sure.
Can't wait to see you squaring off with all of these all-stars out west. You heard him, Smitty. He's like, oh, Kyrie, don't sit out against me. I want you to make sure you play that night when
that's
we're
my
playing
man.
against you.
The crazy thing about it is Kyrie and KD is my favorite. He know my favorite players before I got to the NBA, so I want to see them as much as I can.
You love to see it, Anthony Edwards. We appreciate you. And congratulations being named an all-star.
I appreciate it.
Super important, man, because I grew up in a rough part of Atlanta, so super important to go there, you know, build some parks, some gyms, some courts, you know, give back to the kids. Who's my favorite Atlanta hooper? Vincent Banks. Yeah. Who's, yeah. Probably the Rooks. Yeah, the Rooks, yeah. Josh Minot, Wendell. Go to Popeye's meal. Probably the 2-piece. Yeah, simple white meat. Yeah. So Cal Anderson for sure. He just knows everything, man. He knows the game. You know, he gives me all the advice on the court. Yeah, he'd be a great head coach. If I could choose, Lil Baby, Future, and my brother. Yeah, facts. My what? What is that? Oh, I'm a 10. Yeah. Yeah, I'm positive. Yeah. Nah, bro, I keep some gum on me, some Carmax. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm fresh. Yeah. Who is him? Besides me? Kyrie and KD for sure. Yeah. Facts. Those 2. And Dame. Them 3, yeah. Plus me, for sure, yeah.
Who's the one guy that you cooked up in the league that was trying to go at you all night? Where you literally just gave them 40 and they just kept trying to jab at you all night? Like you said, Draymond, but I know it's got to be somebody else. There's 2 guards out there that don't play no defense.
Who I cooked? Cooked a lot of people, bro. I probably would say, I ain't gonna say that. Yeah, nah, I mean, you know, a lot of people. I think Dylan Brooks talks the most when it comes to me as far as, like, you know, guard. So I would say him.